In this video, I'm going to teach you how to deal with panic attacks for autism, so you can go from feeling hopeless to feeling super calm, super quick. Coming up. Hey guys, welcome back to the Aspie world. My name is Dan. I have autism, ADHD, OCD, and dyslexia, and I make weekly videos on autism and mental health. So if you want to help me change the world and see more videos and learn, remember to click that subscribe button and we'll change the world together. Oh, also, if you're watching over on Facebook, make sure to hit that like and follow button to see daily videos from me. In this video, guys, I'm going to teach you some stuff that you really need to do so that you can overcome panic attacks really quickly. And I've never seen anybody else talk about these before. Okay, before any video, I like to just read out some comments that you guys have asked me over on my Instagram account. So if you want a chance of me reading out your comment, go and head over to my Instagram, give me a follow and put the notifications on so you'll know when I ask you to ask me questions. And hey, you might be read out in a video just like this one. Okay, this comment is from the Chillin' Buddhist, and they said, what's your favorite thing to do or go to deal with being overwhelmed or sad? My favorite thing to do when I'm feeling overwhelmed or sad or about to melt down is to go on my iPhone and start reading up stuff on UFOs and conspiracy theories, because I love that stuff. I'm all about conspiracy theories, and I'm also all about motivation as well. So I kind of watch conspiracy videos and then I'll go into like motivational videos. It's a bit of a weird thing, I know. Okay, the next comment here is from Danny33 Reed, and they said, have you ever experienced speech echolalia? Yes, I have. And speech echolalia is where you repeat things that you hear. It's an autism spectrum condition, and I have experienced this before. And usually I say the things that I hear other people saying under my breath, and I don't actually do it, just see my lips moving. And also I've done a video on this before, so I'll try and link it in a card above here. And I have experienced it when I was in school. Okay, this next comment is from Danielle_Viola9405, and they said, if I have ADHD, could that mean I could have Asperger's? Absolutely, 100%. I was diagnosed comorbidly, Asperger's and ADHD together, and these are very commonly diagnosed together. So these are very much a package usually, so I would definitely say that it's a strong possibility, and to recommend talking to your doctor, because they're going to be the people to help you with that issue. Okay guys, welcome back. God, it's been a cold winter so far, or coming out of autumn into winter, and I'm feeling super cold, so I'm just going to take some of my water. I'm talking about panic attacks and stuff and dealing with things. I have this whole like program, this thing that I talk about how I change my traits into superpowers. And I know we talk about autism in such an interesting and candid way, but there's actually so much more depth to autism, and there's so many ways that you can use the things that you see as negative traits in your life and turn them into superpowers. So just for a limited time only, guys, I'm actually giving away a free ebook. So if you want your hands on my free ebook guide to turning your traits into superpowers in like 60 seconds or less, it's super interesting. Go click the link down below in this video, because I want you guys to have it, and let me know what you think. Come back and write me a comment. Okay guys, on with the video. So I've listed out 4 things that I think are highly impeccable for overcoming and dealing with panic attacks. So a panic attack is basically where a person has an issue with a stressful or anxious situation, and then they kind of go into a pre-meltdown stage, where a panic attack is where you have trouble breathing, and then you get really clammy, and then you start kind of getting a bit disorientated, then you get really agitated, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff, like your heart rate increases, you may be more irritable, and that's not a good thing to happen. Panic attacks immobilize a lot of people, and they impact the lives of millions of people. I'm sure it's something like 1 in 10 people now experience panic attacks, because our current daily life and daily structure of how we organize our lives is currently made around stress, unfortunately, and stress that we can't kind of get rid of. It's stress from like jobs and going to school, and I've got a deadline to get this thing in, where stress was the thing that used to control us from going, oh my goodness, that glacier's getting close, or that saber-toothed tiger wants to eat me for lunch, so I'm going to run really quickly and get out of the way. So stress used to be a good thing and used for good things with fight or flight situations, but now stress is used in ridiculous situations that we have no control over, and they're no good for our mental health. So that being said, guys, I've picked out some of the best ways that I feel that you can help deal with your panic attacks and get rid of that kind of whole just reduce it so that you don't feel like it impacts your life so much. Okay, the first one here is removing yourself from the situation immediately. Honestly, this is such a simple and effective one. a lot of people will stay in a situation that has caused them that panic attack. So if they're in work, they're having a panic attack, and then they go to the toilet and they have like a panic attack in the toilet, in the restrooms, and then they come back out and they go back into the office. That they've just literally caused the panic attack, and you're thinking, why on earth did you go back to a situation which caused your issue in the first place? The first thing you need to do is remove yourself from that situation completely. And what I mean by that is, if you're inside a building and you're having a panic attack, get outside of the building. That change of environment, that drastic change of environment, is going to benefit your life more than you will ever know, because it will just instantly reduce all of that kind of like that creative energy that's causing the panic attack. I mean, what I mean by creative is the creating of the panic attack energy that is in that kind of place you're in, that scenario that you're in. Because again, you got to think about it. If you're sitting in front of somebody and they're shouting at you, or you're at your desk and you're working away and you're getting all this negative input and this pressure, everything around you, that whole air, everything around you is built up to create that anxious kind of panic attack. So removing yourself from that situation is going to benefit you so much. Honestly, it's one of the most proven facts. I do it every single time I have an issue where I think a panic attack's going to happen, or I'm having a panic attack. Move yourself out of the situation. Okay, so number 2 is trying controlled breathing. Now, I talk about breathing quite a bit on this channel. I've talked about breathing from stress and anxiety related videos and all that kind of stuff, and this is no exception. So the Buddhists kind of created this whole breathing technique. I can't remember the actual name. Is it like Mandrasana? I can't remember the actual name. Okay, there's a Buddhist name for it, and it's actually used in yoga from when you're doing like a calm down, chill technique after you're doing your yoga class. And it's basically very, very simple. It's the 5 steps. So you breathe in and count to 5, and then you hold your breath for 5 seconds, and then you breathe out again for 5 seconds. And when you do this, what happens is that it instantly slows your body down. It takes it back a step. It takes you out of that situation just within your own body, because it's pushing oxygen around the body and allowing your brain and your body to actually take that oxygen, push it around, absorb it, use it for what it needs to do, and calm you down. This is the most effective thing I have ever come across in my life. When I was actually having therapy, my therapist actually recommended this to me. She said, okay, we're going to try it now. Put your knees together, feet flat on the floor, back straight, hands on your knees, close your eyes, take a deep breath in for 5, hold it for 5, release for 5, and do that 5 times. So I did that, and the amount of stress that was lifted just from doing that was incredible. I feel like it's a kind of whole count to 10 before you kind of explode with rage. It's that similar process, but when breathing, it actually has a physical benefit to it, because you're actually pushing oxygen around the body, which is exactly what your body needs. Oxygen, water, food, pretty basic, pretty simple, and it needs all of those things. So if you feel like you're about to have a panic attack, or you're having a panic attack and you think, oh my god, what am I going to do? And you're stressed out and you don't know what you're going to do, and there's all kinds of stuff going on, because let's face it, a panic attack isn't a perfect situation. It's never a perfect scenario. Nobody enjoys it. It's not a good thing. What do? First thing you do, take a step back, put your knees together, feet flat on the floor, hands on your knees, take a deep breath in for 5, hold it for 5, and breathe out for 5. Honestly, you try this right now and comment down below. Let me know how different you feel, because I feel quite tense most of the time, so I always have to do this breathing technique to keep calming me down during the day. So I challenge you to do this right now. Pause the video, do the breathing technique, then go down below and write me a comment and let me know how awesome you feel right now. Super pumped about it, guys. Love it. Okay, tip number 3 on how to deal with panic attacks. Love this stuff. I love it. I love helping people. This is like my goal. Love it. Okay, drinking water. What, Nan? So this is what happens when you're having a panic attack. You're taking in large gulps of short breath, and this is gonna dry out your mouth, and then eventually gonna dry out you as a person and make you dehydrated, and you're going to feel really like, oh my goodness, I got no spit left in my mouth, there's no saliva there, I'm feeling super anxious, and I can't breathe. And what happens is, when you're dehydrated, your body kind of rushes fluid to the areas that are getting really dehydrated, and then you start sweating and all that kind of stuff, and this obviously pulls water away from the brain, and then you're also going to feel a headache. So it's kind of like a headache is a byproduct from having a panic attack, because you're taking in these gulps of air and not hydrating yourself as this happens. So what a lot of people do is have a huge panic attack and they're short breath, and they're dehydrating themselves, and then they don't hydrate themselves afterwards. So this is a super hack. If you've just had a panic attack, straight away the first thing you need to do, and tell everybody who looks after you and cares for you and anybody who lives with you to do this, get yourself a glass of water and drink like half a pint of water straight after having a panic attack. Your body will be replenishing that water that it's lost because of obviously panicking and shortness of breath, and then you'll have a little bit of time to relax, and that actually also helps you breathe when you're drinking. So this is going to help you like tenfold. And the last thing you want, this is the last thing you want, if you're having a panic attack and you're feeling rubbish and you're having a rubbish day and all this stuff, the last thing you want to do is go, oh yeah, now I have a headache and it's going to last me for God knows how long, because once you've got the headache, it's just going to be there nagging away and just like eating away. So that's not a good thing. You want a good chance at just surviving this panic attack. This is what all these dealing tips are all about. Like, if you have anything else to add, guys, I'd love to know in the comments down below. Just leave me a comment as well, because obviously I'm telling you all these and I'd love to know if you guys have any more. I did do some other anxiety related videos, which I'll try and leave in a card above here, which I've already spoken about before. So just let me know if you would like to see more videos on anxiety by giving this video a thumbs up, because it really helps me out. And remember guys, likes equal love, so share some love and like this video. It helps me indicate if you like this type of video. Okay, let's move on to the step number 4, or tip number 4. Are they tips or steps? Tips or steps? They're steps. Okay, number 4 is probably my favorite one, and it's super, super interesting. It's after calming down, go and do something relaxing but fun. I mean, this is a no-brainer, and you would think it is a no-brainer, but check this out. Most people, after they calm down from having an anxiety attack, they'll go and relax, but relaxing is only partly a way to fix it. A panic attack also, yes, it increases your body to stimulate yourself, and then you're obviously really stimulated and you're wound up, so relaxing is going to help calm you down and bring you back to kind of like neutral, kind of zero, and that's fine. But one thing that does happen is the panic attack implements something of a negative action on your body and your mind and your spirit and you as a person. So that negative, like, ooh, just hanging on you is not fun. It's the opposite to fun, you know? It's not fun. And because of that, what you need to do is force out the not fun with something that is fun. So to me, this is a classic example of a relaxing yet fun scenario. So you have a panic attack and then you calm down, you have a glass of water and you do your breathing and okay, I'm back now. So you go home and you lay on your bed or your couch or wherever you feel comfortable the most. Then you put on your games console or a Netflix movie, something that sparks joy and fun in your life, and you just play the game or watch the movie or I don't know, like knit or whatever it is, the thing that you do that makes you feel like you're having fun. Do that, because it's so important. People forget. People think you just need to relax, you just need to calm down, you just need to kind of like talk about the situation. Talking about the situation does work, yes, in therapy, because maybe we should look at that, a video on anxiety therapies. But what I'm trying to give you is real life practical ways that you can instantly implement something without having to do anything else, just whatever you have on you to do this. You can do this just off the cuff, just being like, okay, now I'm gonna relax, I'm gonna have some fun. And having fun is the best way, because smiling and laughing feeds the soul. And isn't that what we're all about? I mean, like, why wouldn't you want to feed your soul? Why wouldn't you want to feel better? And I use all of these, like every single one of these I've used, I've tried, I've tested, and they work brilliantly. So all 4 of these steps are going to greatly reduce your panic attacks and anxiety and stress that are related to panic attacks. And this is typically how to deal with panic attacks. Like, this is how I would deal with panic attacks. So I'm passing them on to you. You are now gaining this from me now. So don't forget to grab your ebook in the description below. That's going to be super awesome for you, and I know you're going to love it. Thank you so much. First time I've put an ebook out, which is pretty awesome. Guys, sharing is caring. If you care about somebody and you think that this video can help them, please share this on their social media platforms like Facebook or Twitter, because it would really help me help other people, and then you're helping somebody. So yeah, sharing is caring, so please share this video. Guys, I will see you in the next one. Peace.